We're here. What's going on, guys? This is the infamous No Labs podcast. We got everyone here right now. The core group, which is me, Frosty, and Armageddon, and we got our buddy Eric on. So let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll get into this. Don't all
Hi,
jump
guys.
at once.
Hi guys,
That's-
random Eric here. I already hate myself. It's not even a minute in.
Don't all jump at once. Hey.
This is my editing would have been better.
Mr. Dalek JD here.
Hi guys, Mr. Waffle Waffle's here. Yo, whoever has videos, no.
I'm Frosty.
That is 100%.
Okay,
Suck your mom.
don't be blaring shit so we can hear
Suck
each
your
other.
mom.
So, I heard you guys talking about this before the podcast, and it was the different gaming communities, how you were talking about the strategic type stuff with Counter-Strike and Battlefield 1, was it? And
Battlefield, yeah.
yeah, what were you going on
And then
about
I said
that?
how
'Cause I
frickin'
didn't hear
shit
you
the zombie
guys.
community is.
Yeah, we can start off by just like the different type of communities and like how they're off.
Yeah, well, Zach was saying how Battlefield 5 people are sweaty and they don't listen to him, and I said that basically, like, the Battlefield 5 community is super toxic, but they're not as toxic as the Zombies community. The Zombies community is really
Which
shit
zombies
right now.
community? The BO3 days or the BO4, like up to current?
No, like right now, the community is fucked, dude. Nobody even likes the game that they're playing. It's so funny to me. Like, you can't.
It's
be
like
in
a
the zombie
dad that
community
goes
if
to
you
work
don't
and
like
hates their
zombies.
job and comes out and takes it out on the kids.
Yeah. It's like, like for real though.
Just
Zach
got
said
that goddamn
SMT
right.
away.
What do
No,
you
but-
do that adds that
Donnie, can you-
emphasis?
Can you leave your creative and join up on me?
Oh,
I know we
I'm
can-
in the lobby. I can join you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, true facts.
Yeah, but the zombies community right now is just straight garbage, bro. Like, nobody even wants to be playing this game, and it's so like, okay, like the game has the game has problems. Like, it has a lot of problems, but like at its core, the launch has been like really the amount of stuff that we're getting. Like, people aren't even looking at the fact that like this game, if you play it, is fun. Like, it might be missing stuff, but you can still enjoy yourself and shit. It's just because Fortnite, which is actually funny that we're playing this game, Fortnite has set this standard that is unreachable by any other game.
What do you mean by that?
Fortnite gets updates weekly. They change their meta almost every month. They have new seasons of brand new content. Update their whole map.
That is
They have
fair.
the whole battle. You get like V-Bucks in the battle pass,
There's
and then
new
you can buy stuff in the item shop.
skins are different daily.
Skins every single day. Like this, the only reason that Fortnite can do this is because, first of all, it's a free game. Second of all, it's only battle royale, which is something that people don't understand. Like, you can't change the meta, and you can't add like this crazy stuff in zombies. Like, it's just not possible to do. And Fortnite has just set this standard of having like studios that would work really hard on one thing for a long time. Like, say Call of Duty on BO3, like they worked super hard on Chronicles for a long time, and they released it, and we played it for a long time. But right now, what people want is them to rush out updates so they can play them, but they're not as good, and then people complain. Like, I don't get it. It's just, and the community is so upset.
About the
If it-
people trying to rush out games.
Yeah, it's like they're upset that Treyarch is rushing stuff, but then they're also upset that they're not releasing updates fast enough. I don't get it. Like, yeah, there's definite problems that really anger me. Like, there's a lot of laziness involved. There's stuff about marketing that they're just not doing right. Like, Dead of the Night didn't even have a freaking trailer until it came out. Like, there's a lot of problems, but like, there's so many problems that people aren't even looking at the good side of things, which is just really annoying to me.
Okay, can you stop spamming me?
Sorry, I can't join you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not even in an island.
Yeah, but we can't even like join your group.
I'm working on posting stuff. Like still finishing some things up real quick in the stream. It always takes me a minute.
Yeah.
So, what were you saying about the Battlefield community and why you think I'd enjoy it? Because I heard you talking about it, but we got into a conversation about it not too long ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's teamwork, kind of like Zombies with me and Doug.
I mean, like this Call of Duty is a lot more strategic than the others. It's still not as Battlefield strategic, but it's. Wait, Dom, did I forget the R when I made your logo?
Yeah, I added it
Yes.
in, and it still looks cool. I don't care.
That is what happens when when I rush this shit. You can edit it and just edit the text box and just add an R. Like,
Yeah. I'm lazy.
He's too lazy.
mm-hmm.
One
Yeah, I
sec.
was about to say that.
Also, could someone send me an invite, considering I lost on how you guys are doing that?
Yeah, yeah. I still can't join Dalton.
Check your party settings. I can't hear you. No, just check your party settings. Yeah. I'll be back in a quick minute. I'm gonna grab some food. Zach, fix your settings. I'm gonna join. Whose island are you guys on?
We're not even on an island. We're in the lobby.
Okay, I'll pop onto my creative island there. Now you guys can hop in. I'll be back. Keep going about stuff because I know you probably you have a few ideas that you could talk with Eric or something.
Oh yeah, so Eric, well, we haven't talked about your name. Do you want to wait for Dalton to come back for that, or?
I think we might want to wait for that part, just so he can be here to at least like give his opinion on it too.
I'm gonna open up his stream.
So he can be here to at least like.
Okay, he's just chilling in his island.
Yeah,
So Eric, oh my God, what do you think about this game? This game called Fort Shite.
That's starting a whole different topic.
Like, we need something to talk about. What?
No, I know. This game is absolute trash. But it's only fun when you play it with like certain people, because if you take it seriously, I find it to be stupid. Because it's directed at 10-year-olds, and you see 30-year-olds with their own credit cards, let alone their parents, sweating like we're in the pro leagues of games. And they just act as if it's so cool to be good at this game, when there's people like me who literally just walk, don't even know how to sprint half the time because I'm a bot. But like, everyone just tends to take it so seriously, and it's become such a major part of people's lives that it's like, oh yeah, you're not cool unless you have like X amount of wins or X amount of kills per game. Meanwhile, I could have wins, but I could also have like 2 kill games. That doesn't make my skill any less. It just makes it that I don't encounter people because I play strategic. I don't go RPGing every single person I see. I'd rather sit back and do my own thing.
We can't
And I
join
find
your
it
thing.
stupid
Your
how
party
it works.
privacy is on private.
What's
so...
your
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
Fuse
that.
Gaming
Let's just chill.
joined?
Doug, that is not chill. That makes me want to break my neck.
Not like okay, we can do something else.
Break your dad? Is that what you said?
I said break my neck.
Don't just join me. My party privacy is open. Like if you genuinely like,
There's nothing against liking it. It's just
No,
if
like,
you
I-
are one of those people that make it a lifestyle.
it's not
It's
even
what
that.
I
Like I
find
can
stupid.
see it. Like I won't. Okay, I won't say that Fortnite's trash, even though I say it a lot. Like Fortnite isn't a horrible. It's actually a really like well-made game. Especially like from a development standpoint, like the way that they do stuff is really good. I'm just like not a fan of the way they do stuff. Like the
I'm
way
not a fan of the community because everyone makes it seem like it needs to be serious. There are certain things like the Christmas and Halloween event skins. It's rolls around to Halloween,
it's so
and people are
bad.
like, "It's not
so
rare. It's not
bad.
rare. It's an event skin. Of course they're gonna bring it
Like-
back for the event."
Exactly, like a lot of the don't I want to go in here, so let's just go in the maze. We can
No,
just
Wait,
go to
walk
mine.
around.
Wait, we are not doing that.
No, go to mine. Just free for all, whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to Eric's.
Like with yeah, if you like this game and you actually like really enjoy it, I get it because I can see it. The community, it's full of like 12-year-olds and
Yeah. Ninja.
they all are so serious about the fact that, oh my god, you added a skin that it was OG and I had it. Like, no, buy skins because you like them, not because they're OG. But yeah, like
When I saw Red Knight, I was drooling. In all honesty,
like I say it all the time that I don't enjoy this game, but like as long as I play with friends, like I have a good time. I can have a good time. I can enjoy myself. I just prefer to play Black Ops 4, but
See, I like games more like Overwatch. Like, people sit there and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gone to absolute garbage," which I don't disagree for the sole purpose of the people are fairly annoying to deal with. But if you actually sit there and you play it with a team, or you play with even like one other person, it becomes a different game than when you're playing it solo or with random people.
I also don't like the argument that people say when you play a game that you like, and people say, "Well, the game is dead, so why are you playing it?"
Yeah,
Like I don't play
don't
games
care.
because other people like them. I play games because
Yeah.
I like them. Like I get that argument. The amount of times like people at school tell me, "Why are you playing BO4 over Fortnite?" Because BO4 is a dead game. I like BO4, so
really,
I
people
don't
play
care.
BO2, and BO2 is a dead game.
legit.
I
Like,
still
in
go
if
back
you
there for
wanna-
transit memories. I
You want to
still
give us
do
permission
those things.
to
Yeah,
build
give me a
and
second.
edit
I've
and,
built in some cool walls. Leave me alone.
and smoke crack? No, anyway. Okay, next
Hey,
topic,
whoa,
Dalton.
I was about to actually, because I want to get Zach in on this about the topic of how it's how things have changed over the course of the past 3 years with just YouTube and how everything's been working, especially when it comes to especially when it comes to like how much work you put in versus how much work you get, like what you put into what you get out, and just really to go over some things that we've dealt with in that, because we've had small discussions on it, but we've never had like an actual in-depth talk with everyone.
I
Right?
think YouTube is only good. I think it's only a good idea to do YouTube if you expect nothing to come out of it, because like
As
that
a
sounds
hobby
like
beast.
Moral of the story: do Twitch.
that. Well, not even
No,
like I mean, yeah,
It's harder
if
to
you
grow on
want,
Twitch naturally. It's easy. It's better to go from YouTube to Twitch.
Yeah, I
but
know.
it,
But, like,
the
at the
main
same
like the
time-
thing is like so many people do YouTube and they're like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get somewhere, and they come out disappointed because they don't get anywhere, and then they quit. Like, why like
Nonsense.
that is not how you how you should do things. Like I just do it because I'm chilling, you
You-
know, like
Most wake up one morning with like 10 million subscribers.
Like the reason
Achieve
I
I
do my
want.
shit is because I do like the stuff that I do is just so me and my friends can look back and like laugh at moments and stuff, and I just put together like a compilation or whatever. Because
Stuff I do so far is
a lot of the times, like my friends will like go back and watch old videos and like laugh at this shit that we did. Um, Thank you. But yeah, like if you expect to get something out of it, like you're not.
Yeah,
That's
like
just
go
the
into it
whole-
as a hobby.
If
Zach?
it somehow makes it somewhere, that's great, but don't have such high hopes for something you might not be around to really work on.
Eric,
Yo,
come here.
Zach, what's
Eric,
your
I explain
opinion on it?
Eric, come
Aw, damn, I almost killed someone. Sorry, what?
on.
Your opinion on this.
I was
Pay
concentrating.
attention.
I was concentrated.
That's why I said we were gonna do this, so you don't get distracted by fucking
Fork
games.
knife? I don't like fork knife, so I just sit there. Actually, that would be a good idea.
Look at my legs.
Anyways, yeah.
What's your opinion
Hey,
on it?
touch my legs.
On what?
The whole YouTube thing about how it feels to, how it's changed over the past 3 years that we've been on the platform and all that.
Oh, I mean, in my opinion, you get what you put in. Effort,
Not
if you
always.
try and yeah, and as Doug was saying, if you expect to get nothing out of it, or you
Tony
try.
Manozu, welcome to the stream and welcome to the podcast. This is the very first episode.
Yeah.
Nah,
As long
I
as
agree
you-
with Zach. I agree with Zach.
As long
You
as
get
you're
what
not
I understand.
expecting something
Well,
out of it, then,
Like
I mean,
the amount of people that think they're gonna get somewhere by
In all
just
honesty,
sitting there,
I'm not.
like
We did at one point. Like, I'll state that on the record. I won't say we. It wasn't Armageddon or Zach. He was the one telling us, like, guys, stop forcing this. Stop forcing this. I can tell you don't like it. You're starting to hate it, and you're gonna quit eventually. I burned myself out of it. Doug burned himself out of it. I think. Like, we burned ourselves out at one
Just like-
point.
when I was telling you guys, don't do a schedule, don't force
yeah,
yourself to do it.
yeah, that was
Like, I mean, you don't need a schedule, especially if you're
That's
a
what I tried
smaller
to do.
YouTuber channel.
legit.
Especially
That
if you're
yeah.
a smaller
I'm gonna be
YouTuber,
editing later,
you don't
man.
need a
Probably.
schedule.
Yo, I don't even
Just
have
the-
weapons.
You know,
Eric.
You
Eric?
can get them. The amount of people that do this and literally sit there and stream on YouTube and just play a game. They don't even do it. They're playing a game and just are disappointed that they're not getting anywhere. Like that's so dumb if you think it. Like it's literally you just playing a game. The only difference is you hit start stream. You're just
Yeah.
playing how you regularly would. Like that's not.
There's a difference
Yeah,
between
yeah.
playing and being
Engaging.
entertaining. Like me with BO3.
Well, see, I think that's where I actually came across my problem, is that I am so socially awkward, and I don't just play it. I feel like I have to commentate, because it's what I'm used to seeing other people do. But if I did it my way, it'd be most silence with the odd, like...
Yeah, see
sense.
that, but that's not what people want to see.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why a
Mm.
couple of my test videos are literally me just playing music over games.
Okay, guys, drop your weapons and then let's start this match. Get all the settings hooked up so we're not messing around in creative and we're just gonna actually just kill each other.
I mean, I've been trying to
Oh,
kill
another
YouTube
thing I
in
was
real
saying.
life for a while. Like, you guys don't let me.
another thing I was gonna say about the YouTube thing.
Yo, can you
Um,
actually piss off so we can get shit set up, Eric?
Yes.
Something I
Sorry.
was saying
Yeah,
to
just dick
Dalton.
around. Like, don't try to kill each other and shit. Yeah, yeah. What?
It was what was?
I don't
think
have
we
my
should try to kill each
setup.
other. I don't think we should try to kill each other because like then we'll just get
Well,
distracted
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
Like literally
so
just chill and just build shit.
yeah,
End-
just
end the
chill
thing.
and
I'm
floss.
just gonna build shit. I'm literally just gonna build shit.
You guys annoy me
Okay, yeah,
with
Zach.
this.
What were you saying?
I forgot.
Oh, okay.
No, he was going on about
Oh,
with
that's what-
burning
okay,
out on
remember.
the schedule.
Yeah, sort of like that. But I was saying it's sort of like a theory. But when we were hooking up, when we were starting, I was helping Dalton with his channel.
When was this?
Remember when I was at your house and stuff?
Oh, recently. I thought you were talking
And
like
we
a
were
way
talking.
previous.
I had that theory that I brought up. What if those bigger YouTubers were setting, like, telling you how to do things a certain way, so you wouldn't do it the other way, so they can
I,
get all the views?
I don't know about that. Like that.
Because you see their thumbnails, the way they tell you to do it, they don't do it.
Well, no, I think like
Like
what a lot of them say is
thumbnail-wise?
like just having just like starting out and shit.
They don't want
Like
you to
you know,
fall
I
for traps
bet
and
like
stuff.
I bet like there are some YouTubers that do that, but I don't think that's like the case for
The majority,
But I'm saying,
because
like,
it
the
is
bigger
luck for
YouTubers,
what if they-
exposure.
What if they
yeah.
say like to do it a certain way to get views? They all the videos on YouTube when you search up tips
Because-
for starting or whatever, they tell you how to get views.
Yeah, but
You just need to
see,
have fun.
that's wrong. Like literally, if you are searching that up, you should not even be like trying to
Yeah.
be a YouTuber,
Yes, exactly.
because that's like, I don't know, man.
Uh,
Like I feel like if you put a lot of work in, people can see. Like if you're sitting there streaming and doing nothing, people can see. If you make a video that you put hours into, people can also see. And I think that's like
yeah.
that.
Like, don't get
That's
me
the main
on
one.
that account because I stream, so I do
Yeah, well,
that.
yeah, I'm not
but
trying to,
I
like,
do that
like
for my
talk.
long-term videos. I know you're not talking crap or anything about anyone.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just the fact of like, it's you gotta be willing to do the work with everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Because a
what
lot,
did he
like,
say? Stop.
like a lot of people,
Not trying.
like a lot of people say streaming is the easier way out, and like I can't like, as much as
It's
I
not
think that's
easy to stream.
that isn't
Like-
like it's not easy to stream, but
Yeah,
I can say that streaming, like compared to sitting down and editing a
It's
full
easier.
video that
It
is
is so
entertaining,
much
it is
easier.
it's way easier. Like obviously it's hard to grow off of streaming, but it's hard to like edit a good video and like take your
Yeah,
time
I don't mind
and have
editing.
good community.
Like, I'm aiming for jump cuts at this point. Like, I'm just doing the basic.
Yeah. Like that's what a lot of people what the why am I getting a call? A lot of people think that if they just sit down and stream, then they're gonna become the next ninja. Like
Yeah.
I can't tell you how untrue that is, dude. And especially also you have to think of like a game like Fortnite.
The competition is
Mm-hmm.
surreal.
Dude, there's like a billion. I would much rather watch someone that is really good, has a full like good stream setup, and is way more interactive and has a bunch of like different stuff happening in their stream than watch a 12-year-old kid play Fortnite without a face cam. And
Yeah.
that like that I don't think I'm in the wrong for that.
And
I
it's
think a lot of
probably a
people-
squeaker.
You know-
legit.
Me back
When
in
watching
like
a stream even-
2011.
Yeah.
When getting into a stream, I feel I like the people that get engaged. They get into it.
Yeah, like when you enjoy the actual game. And you
They
enjoy the
enjoy
stream.
the game. They communicate with like they're social. They're active with their chat.
Yeah, like if people are
Yeah.
asking questions.
Their viewers.
Like, there's I don't know if you
Oh.
guys like used to watch Lex when he played BO3 when he used to stream, because he used to stream
Yeah.
a lot.
I used to watch
Like,
Lex.
He used,
Him and
he used
Pat
to
were-
stream.
I would,
well,
like,
not even that. Like he used to just play with
ritually.
randoms. He would play with randoms, and I would much rather watch Lex play with randoms, because like when he plays, it's funny as hell. Because this guy's
Yeah.
like, freaking
Hello?
like,
Can I
L-
get... No, he's like, hello, I want cock. And he's just...
like it's so funny. I would much rather watch Lex do that than somebody sitting there going for round 100, not talking to chat.
Fuse
without-
Gaming, the reason why we're streaming this first episode of the podcast is purely for the reason that we don't really have... not all of us have the proper equipment to be able to record it and post it, so we're doing, like, this way that we can. We this is the first, so we're still clearly getting everything figured out. But yeah, you're saying, sorry, Doug?
These goddamn
Yeah, no, like I
German
would much
bots.
rather watch Lex, who is super entertaining, play zombies with randoms, than watch somebody sitting there being silent, just shooting a gun, camping in a corner. Like that's just
how everyone beats the giant high round challenges.
Actually, no. You need to. Don't judge me. You camp at spawn. You don't open the door. It's the too pro for you game strat. Like,
I
let
just
me
sit up
be.
there in the catwalk and I hit like round 50.
Yeah, I
I
hit round
usually
like
DC.
55, no downs, and I was like, I'm bored. I'm talking to Doug. Okay, back to what you're going on.
No,
I felt judged, so.
That's
I felt judged.
I'm the same way if I ever played it. Like, I wouldn't play it any differently.
Yeah, like in all
No,
honesty, that's why I really enjoyed the Origin stream, besides getting booted 3 fucking times.
And not being able to upgrade the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it fucking I shot the wrong one. And then, yeah.
To be fair, when I stream, it never works. It really doesn't. Nothing I do even works in the slightest. For example, zombie stream I tested about like 3 weeks ago or so. Got absolutely nowhere because I tried to record part of it. I also tried to stream like later on in the day. The stream never uploaded and deleted itself. The recording basically took clips and never wanted to work. So it's an hour and then it just cuts off. You don't see the rest of the footage.
You gotta get used to setting up settings. It's a thing.
Whoa.
No, but it was irritating because it did that with my Destiny stream. Just my Destiny stream, internet cut out, had to do a part 2 because I thought part 1 didn't upload. And then part 1 uploaded, and then I uploaded part 1 of a different character because I was bored and wanted to do one extra stream.
Okay, so we were talking recently about some stuff for the stream. Doug, I'm looking at you and Zach for this to kind of help me remember. Do you remember any of the things we were talking about? I think me and you kind of talked today about things you'd maybe want to talk about on stream.
Well, like topics and
No,
stuff?
because you guys were being greedy bastards and DM'd it to each other.
I was talking to you, Zach, today in person. That's what I'm on about. The things that we talked in person.
Yeah, I screenshotted and just sent the messages, and there you go.
Yeah, nuke.
Okay.
Hey,
So what are the things that we talked about today in person, dude?
What he said.
I don't know. Stuff I have to talk about. This is what, it's not good to have me in these things because I bring things really political.
What is something that you would possibly want to go over?
Yeah, what's good?
Because you don't really say the things you want to go over.
Ow, hey.
That'll spark an argument. What platform's better?
All depends on
Like,
what you're specifically
social
looking
media,
at.
Not PC,
I know,
Xbox, and
It's
could do that, but I mean,
For me,
That's how you
personally, okay, what do you consider social media? Like what
Twitch.
platforms? Like Twitch,
like
YouTube,
Twitch,
Facebook,
YouTube,
Twitter,
all that kind of
Instagram,
stuff.
Snapchat.
Like all the, yeah, exactly.
What
what
is
you
the
share.
best?
Or
Not
like in your
Snapchat.
opinion,
Snapchat is
what's
only good in my opinion as if you're popular and you have a lot of friends.
Like, no, I like Snapchat. Dude.
You
I
got that
appreciate
right.
Snapchat because I'm just chilling. Like I have like a lot of people on Snapchat. But
Homeschooled.
Again, Snapchat is the popular people app. Instagram is for where you're funny. Twitter is where you say stupid things.
Instagram is where people. Can you stop? I'm trying to make art.
To
me
be
too.
honest, on Twitter, people get really angry at you. They'll start
it's funny.
roasting
I
you
love it.
if you make a wrong comment.
okay,
or something,
no, are we
roast
counting
you
YouTube
hell
as
out.
social as a like?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You,
No,
Yeah,
I
I
mean
think
just like
YouTube.
platforms in general, like.
but like
social media.
platforms, Twitter. I like Twitter. Twitter's my
Yeah, I
favorite.
love Twitter. Twitter's awesome.
Like, 'cause Twitter,
Platforms?
I get to say, dude, Twitter, I get to say whatever the frick I want. It's so funny because people get so angry, and it's
Yeah.
like you freaking dummy.
Controversial topics, everybody
Big
gets
trigger to people. Like just watching some verified kid get triggered.
Like legit, it's so funny to me. Like I laugh so freaking hard.
Oh yeah, the guy that's like they said some horrible thing and it's like, and he's verified.
Yeah.
Did you just say that? I'm gonna copy strike this guy.
Shut up.
I hate.
Can we copy strike PewDiePie?
She didn't ask. She said, I'm gonna copy strike this guy, like she has the command to do so.
Yeah, no, but after she just starts yelling to her managers, "Can we copy strike PewDiePie?"
I don't think it's her manager. I thought it was her boyfriend.
Her ass.
I think it's both.
Some freaking random ass. No, I love Twitter. Twitter is so good, especially if like people think Twitter is like dead. It's not. Like go on Twitter for 3 seconds, dude. You'll realize that.
If you say one thing on Twitter that just anything.
Hello, how is your morning? What did you say to
Oh my
me?
god, I'm
You
so
say,
You
triggered.
suck the big
Go
gay
over
lol.
all of the tenses and better words, like it's a goddamn.
Have you guys
thesaurus.
seen the Batgirl controversy
what?
thing on Twitter?
What do you mean?
Okay, so like, it's like it's kind of like a story. So yeah, everybody knows DC Comics, right? Because if
Yeah.
you don't, you're a freaking dummy, all right? Anyways, so they released a comic with Batgirl, and do you guys know what the Killing Joke is? Like, have you guys seen?
I've seen a part of it. It's an animated 2-part.
Yeah, it's a really good series. But anyway, like to what I know, the Batgirl comic like kind of continues that, and it's like this, it's off, and like it's after the events, whatever. So if you haven't seen it, whatever, Batgirl gets shot.
Alert.
Yeah, I know.
Spoiler. She gets shot by the Joker, and
Yeah.
so in the comic, she shows her bullet wound, so she gets up and you get a full body shot, and obviously she has a skin tight suit, right? And she stands up and she shows the entry and the exit wound, and the bullet came out of her back, like went through her spine and her lower back. So she gets up to show her like she lifts up the back of her shirt and you can see the bullet wound, and since she's wearing a skin tight like suit, since she got up, you can see like she has an ass shot. And these feminists are like, "Oh my god, you're sexual," like on Twitter.
Misogynist, dude.
You're sexualizing characters. Like, what do you? She's wearing a skin tight. Like, literally, she's
We
existing.
want to talk about that.
Dude,
Go look at
she's-
Fortnite.
Dude, she's existing. She's
She's
literally
exposed,
just
bro.
existing in her suit, and like people are offended on Twitter. It's like they're like, "Oh my god, these pigs who write these comments, but fuck off." Like it's
off.
that sort of stuff that happens on Twitter, and it's so funny to me because these people are like genuinely like, "Oh my, it's so disgusting." It's like, what? And like that's what happens on Twitter.
Not trying to start anything, but like those types of people, like those types of like feministic people, where it's like, oh yeah, you're making like, this so much more
Radicalism.
sexual than what
It's
it
just
needs.
radicalism, no extremism
though,
in everything. There's
The
extremism
one
in
thing that I
everything.
hate about it is that you can't do
Let
anything.
me be for a
with those
minute. I'm
types of
actually
people,
trying to
because
do
those
something
types
cool.
Of people genuinely just find something to argue about, and they act as if it's their life that it's altering, when really all you have to do is either keep scrolling, keep swiping.
Oh yeah,
You
and
don't
some
have
of these
to acknowledge it. You
like, some of
literally
these people
get
say,
bent
"Oh my gosh,
over the
comics-
fact of what they're saying.
these comics impact women's lives," and like,
You
No,
have an
it's-
influence
she's
upon
standing
young
up.
women's life. Yeah, because me showing my kid Batgirl getting shot in the back in a comic is gonna make my daughter or like my one friend
True
that's female want to
question.
get shot in
True
the back.
question. True question. Have you ever seen a little kid? They have things that are difficult to break
yeah, guys,
purposely.
have you guys
Because they
ever
break
seen
everything.
a little kid?
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever seen one.
Ever? I've never seen
I'm-
a little kid
Wait a minute.
ever.
In what way?
Shut up. Shut
Oh,
up.
God.
We're not taking
up.
this down that road.
Yeah. Watch. We don't. The joke's dead. Let's leave it.
Like most kids that aren't vaccinated. That's all I'm saying.
It's a meme. Shut up.
Cause autism. Don't you know?
To be honest, I'd rather my kid live and like get
Where's my phone? I need to look
to
at our
that point
topics.
than all of a sudden get smallpox. Like real talk.
Real talk.
Why would you want your kid to get smallpox?
I said I'd rather my kid get like vaccinated and have a chance
Dog,
of
I was about to
becoming-
say the first thing I saw, but all I see is Bappo nuked the Japos. I'm like, no.
Bappo will fappo all over your lapo.
Maybe how
I
this
hate
community
all
has
of
changed from Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 4, and that's the last topic that we have written down, so we're gonna have to like spitball this
Wait,
shit.
what? Sorry, what?
How many
How's the
people
community
are
changed from
watching, may I ask?
BO3 to 4? We're chilling with a solid one person.
Hell yeah,
I'm
bro.
pretty
Whoever
sure
the one
that's Doug's
person is,
phone.
I love you. No, it's not my
Wait,
phone. I
no,
don't have
dude.
my phone
Okay,
open.
I thought you still had your phone open. I was like,
Whoever that person is, I love you.
You're
Eric, stop.
our new dad.
no.
Yeah.
You're
Eric, do you know what I'm doing?
recreating a very tragic moment that shouldn't be made fun of.
Dalton can't see it. We can't put this on
No!
screen. Anyways, stop. Hey.
Yeah, yeet.
Wait. Doug, hold up.
I need to fix the bottom. Okay, so, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4. Listen, the community is tragic right now. Nobody likes anything, yeah. No, okay, so what I actually wanted to talk about on this thing, though, stop. Eric,
Like, Zach,
stop.
I really think, you might have a pretty nice opinion with this one because the fact of, like, you did play Black Ops 3 a good bit, at least, compared to,
Hey, Doug.
Stop.
right?
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, my main... Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Good
continue.
thing I'm not
main-
recording.
Okay,
Bye.
this is like definitely not what Zach is gonna talk about, but what I was gonna talk about, I kind of had this conversation with you, Dom, was how like a bunch of the zombies YouTubers are let's just say yeeting out of the community,
Yeeting?
which isn't it's not a bad thing. Like it's not like a horrible thing. Like it's
Yeah,
actually
man, I
pretty
hate
good.
It's
when my
just in the
YouTubers
sense
eat out of their community.
Of what's it?
Wait,
It's just
Doug.
let's focus on working on this so we can actually get a flow and come up with some ideas. Because, like I said, we do
Yeah,
have to
no,
make
it's
some
not
things
like
up.
it's not a horrible thing. Like these people are
Ask
doing
our
it-
what
It just
one
shows how the
YouTuber.
community,
like it's not that it's
changed.
it's bad. Like people are doing what makes them happy, and you gotta respect that, you know. But what like my main thing is that like there's gonna be like not now, not right this second, because right now the community is doing like a bit of a purge is what I'm calling it. So like the community is dying. It's gonna be probably dead, like completely dead super soon, but it's on its way down. And what's gonna happen is like all the old toxic people are gonna skedaddle, and we're gonna have new little awesome people in our community.
Yeah,
and-
we're gonna get some
we're-
nice people. Like it's gonna be a refresher.
If we
Don't
get
add
a
me,
good
but I'm doing starting room challenges only. No.
Dude, I
like if
did Blood of the Dead round 20 solo, like just the starting
like
bit.
if
My
we get
highest
a
is
really
round
good
18.
solid DLC that everybody likes. I mean, I've been fine with everything that
Yeah.
BO4 has put out. I've been like happy with it, but
I still like 9 more than most.
You see, I
Um,
feel like the only thing with BO4 is I feel like the community has nothing to look forward to now that they released the maps and Blackout at the same time, and Zombie, like everything. at
Blackout's the
same time.
best
Well, yeah.
part about it, I'd
I know they're
argue.
gonna make any more maps, but I feel like the community right now has nothing to look forward to.
oh yeah, because
So it's just
Treyarch
gonna
doesn't
keep
know how to.
declining.
Treyarch
They
does
keep
not know
pushing it
how to.
out. They don't like build up anything anymore.
Well, yeah, they don't know how. Treyarch does not know how to market anything. I don't like with the Dead of the Night thing. But what's gonna
Call
what I
of
think is
Duty's
gonna happen
getting
is
bad with it, just in general.
the community is gonna just like skedaddle. It's gonna die. We're gonna get new people, and then we're gonna have a lot of opportunities for new like YouTubers to come in. And again, like I'm not saying me or anybody I know, because like I
Yeah.
don't expect that to happen. But like
What do you
if
mean what do you mean you know? You know Mr. T Lexify now.
nah, but it's like it's oh yeah, we can talk about that actually later.
Yeah.
But
Why?
like
Because you're gonna be popular than us because of the topic? I get it.
no,
Yeah.
no, we have to talk about something. So
He's
it was
gonna
an
be
experience. It was an experience.
Literally, any other topic, we gotta talk about something. We're gonna talk about this.
No, but like I'm not saying me, but obviously like we'll have like the new community that we will have at some point if either the next zombies game in general or this DLC somehow gets really good. The new community we could have would be very nice, and the new YouTubers would be very nice, and then
Very
yeah.
nice, very good.
God.
And
I
then
hate
yeah,
both of you for that.
I'm really bad at it. Okay, yeah, that's my thing. What was that, Zach? What were you gonna say?
Yeah, because you're speaking from an
Dalton-
outside perspective, in all honesty,
What do you mean?
about how the BO3 to BO4 community has changed in gameplay aspect and just how people were hyped for the game beforehand and afterhand.
Oh, so I can
We should
already
talk about
tell,
that
I don't
actually,
know if
about
you
how
guys-
hyped people were beforehand and afterhand. I
You
know, in
know,
honesty,
I
feel
don't know if it
BO4
was
was
me.
way overhyped. Like,
I don't know if it was me or like if you guys remember at least, but did you not remember or do you not remember that I was saying that it was gonna be overhyped?
Oh yeah,
BO4,
no,
yeah,
I
it was
remember
you.
that.
It was you. I
Like
remember
mean,
it.
you all
A
like
lot of us are
just
saying.
know.
Well, see, the thing is with me with that thing is, like
It looked pretty
it-
cool and the trailers
it
were
didn't-
like overhyped.
it didn't overhype for me because I was super like hyped and I really liked the game. Like I really genuinely enjoyed this game, and like you can tell
Already
just by
almost
my
had dark matter.
by my
Like a
playtime that I've like the amount of hours I have on this game is ridiculous. It's
What,
disgusting.
BO4?
And yeah,
Yeah,
So,
I was gonna say if it was BO3, no.
like you can
I
tell that I
win.
really like this game. So it hasn't been overhyped for me, but like on a whole community.
I'll admit,
Aspect,
I
yeah.
got burnt out for a bit. I'm still kind of iffy on it. I want to play Fortnite
Like I haven't
more.
really burnt myself out, which is actually funny because I played a lot.
Yeah,
but,
it's
like, the whole
odd
community
for
as
the
a
amount
whole-
you play. You're like, yeah, I love it.
I play Blood. I'll do the Blood Easter egg anytime. I've tried it and done that bird step about 1 trillion times,
Yeah,
and I still
And
love the game.
Tomahawked it 1 trillion times.
Let's not talk about that.
Like it's I think it's a great game, but the whole community was so disgustingly hyped, and I mean this is kind of Jason's fault because Jason is a bit of a freaking dumbass. So like recently, at the reveal, and I love Jason, but like at the reveal, Jason was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this," and the community got so hyped, and I knew already that shit was not gonna happen. Like, I already knew that all of those updates that he said, yeah, we're gonna have weekly, monthly, and daily interaction, whatever, like, I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But the community had this expectation, because Fortnite came out, that was gonna happen, and that's why I think the game has been overhyped. Just because people expect so much from it, and, like, if... It's like a childish expectation. Like, I
Yeah,
thought... Yeah, no, you go.
No, it's just about your Fortnite game, Dalton. Who's that flying?
That's Eric. The weird tiki dude.
Who's flying? And how do you
Me?
fly? They added
We're in
flying and stuff
creative.
in the game?
We're even creative.
I
We're
was
just
gonna
running
say,
around.
like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, slash flick commands or nothings.
Yeah, but I think it's just like a childish thing to to think that would happen. Like, use your big boy brain for a second and think Treyarch and Activision. You really think that was gonna happen? Like
Activision wants
Nobody-
money. That's how it works.
people thought there was
Yeah.
gonna be no microtransactions. People thought that there was gonna be updates every single day. And no, I'm with that. Like,
You
no, that
Fortnite
didn't-
can't do daily. You can't.
Dude, yeah, like people thought that that's so unrealistic. Like, use your head. But minus that, like for me, since I already knew that like it wasn't gonna happen, I am like happy with Treyarch and actually like kind of proud of the fact that they have been so like, not the how do I say this? Not that the higher ups of the development team, because I don't think it's them. I really don't. But the people on the bottom who have been working very, very hard on all these updates, and like they've been, the lower guys anyway, have been listening to the community and making the patch notes full and having all the details done after YouTubers have been complaining, which has been really good. Which ultimately, I don't think that was up to the higher ups. I think the smaller people just did that, because I genuinely think the higher ups don't know what they're doing at all. But
Well,
yeah,
you gotta
like
think, they're the ones with the ideas. The people below are the ones that develop it.
yeah, like again, I like Jason, but
I'm
so
saying,
far,
I haven't been impressed.
my dude's been pulling a Zelensky a little bit.
What do you mean?
They
Just
need to
kind of
make another
screwing off?
transit.
This is being stupid, like legit, and not like not fully like Zelensky stupid, like making a tragic map, because all of the maps in BO4 are astounding. Like
They're
a lot of
just
them are
not.
like top.
I feel
five
the
material.
fact that it feels so different is because guns are partially bad again.
Well, I don't even think the game. I don't think it's because it feels different. I think it's because they just, first of all, they don't know what the community wants. It's safe to say at this point, like, for it's not hard to please the community. It's really not. But when they do stuff like not market their map and have a map come out and nobody knew about it until the day it came out, and then they do stuff like when everybody got mad about Revelations, when they said finding rocks is stupid, and then they make the blood Easter egg having to walk around the map for 4 rounds trying to find birds. Like, they just don't know how to please people. And then they hype up callings, but it's literally
What
just
about the
daily
rocks?
challenges from BO3.
I
From
forgot
Revelations.
about the rocks revelation stuff. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, you know, when you have to walk around the map and go to these specific random ass places and shoot rocks and then hit it with your pocket.
Oh yeah, just so you can. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, people
now.
people hated that step because to find the rocks, like, initially it was super hard. Like, everybody hated it because it was so like it was just
Well, it was an
random as hell.
Easter egg, so
Like like if you look at Shangri-La,
Eric,
as much as I
stop.
don't like,
In all
I'm so
honesty.
bad and I don't like Shangri-La, but if you look at the Easter egg on
If you
Shangri-La,
don't
it
stop, I'm
makes sense.
just
And
gonna leave the lobby. Because I'm trying
I'm
to actually build.
this is gonna be quoting Liam for the winter
That
in
went
his
right
one
by
video.
your head. I don't like it.
But in his video, this guy was like, he was like doing a skit about when he first did the Easter egg on Shangri-La, and he was going through the steps, and he was just like, it all made sense. He was like, oh yeah, there's a rock there. How do we get that down? Maybe we should throw a grenade at it and it'll fall down. And then it worked. And then he was like, okay, well, it looks a little bit too big to move, but we have a shrink ray on this map, so what if we make it smaller? And it worked. And then he goes on to
predictability was a thing.
yeah, and everything made sense. And then he goes into Black Ops 3 on Grog Crovey, and it's like,
who was going to it? Like who was?
Liam. And he went on Grog Crovey, and he was like, this guy doesn't know how to keep his trophies. He has one in a toilet. My boy has one in a sewer pipe. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And as much as I love Grog Crovey, like, you can look at steps and they just, like, they don't make any sense.
Oh, with
way
Easter
that
egg
they're set up.
steps, how they just don't make sense no more.
Yeah. And it's not like they don't make story sense, because they make they make sense in the storyline. Like in Revelations, finding those rocks and the skeletons where you have to shoot the thing, whatever. Like, it makes sense. You're finding Sophia's body, but the way you do it doesn't make any sense. How did those rocks end up there in the first place? Who freaking knows? How are trophies in Grog Crovey in toilets? And why is Al Arlington, who is the bird in Blood of the Dead, flying around the map, staying there for a round, and you have to blast him with your shield? Like, steps like that just don't make any sense. The communities just want stuff to make sense. Like, it's not an easiness factor. You can make an Easter egg hard, but it has to make sense. It's not like stupid or like.
well, see though, you gotta find like a good in between, in my opinion, because
Yeah.
for example though, there was I can't remember which game it was, but you need to find an in between like 3 games, I guess. Really, you need like a good zombie storyline, like Black Ops 3. If you were to go into multiplayer, you'd want like a Black Ops 2 feel, because, let's be honest, that was one of the better ones. And
Yeah.
then you want to, if you ever throw in a campaign, you want a campaign like Ghosts, where you actually felt like you were a character for once, instead of just, you're a soldier here for this reason, done.
Well, I think that's why I didn't do campaign, because they literally are shit at doing it now.
Well, Ghosts' campaign, in my opinion, was like the best Call of Duty campaign.
And you know, like
People hated on Extinction for not being a zombies thing, but yet I personally liked it because they had some really cool ideas with it. Because
Like,
yeah, it was new.
I actually think that they're not gonna finish the Ghost story.
Yeah, I'm
because
sad. I'm actually sad.
not because they can't, but because
But because it's not what people like. It's not what a majority of the people
or
want.
it's not even like not what people want, because a lot of people want to see what happens after the ending. But I think it's because they just, like, if they do it, the amount of people that will be disappointed, because Call of Duty can't make a good campaign.
Call of
anymore.
Duty is in a downward spiral at this point. I'd hate to
But
say it.
it's like,
BO2 and
they-
BO3 were good, but
When you have that much hype, like, you can't do it, which is what, like, BO4, like, that happened very quickly. But as I was saying, like, it's not hard to please the community, but they just don't know how. It's so weird. Anyways, yeah.
Zach, anything you'd feel about queuing in about? Because we've been going over a lot of game stuff, but does anyone want to feel like they'd want to go over to anything about actual, like, life stuff?
Yeah, I actually really like to smoke crack on weekdays, so.
Hell yeah. You know when you tap
wait,
that heroin on the end of the needle?
Hey, wait, no, T-pose again?
Don't T-pose.
But seriously, though, any, thoughts?
How do you guys feel about, all the zombies YouTubers skedaddling into different games?
I hate the fact that they all went to Fortnite. They could have literally picked any other game. They picked Fortnite.
Like, we got, okay, what are some examples?
Well,
We
they have bills to pay, so...
Yeah, that's true. But we got Lex, who is still doing, he's still doing BO4. He's still streaming
Who
BO4
has
often.
become basically a list YouTuber.
On
He's
YouTube,
one of the
yeah, but
top
he watches
5
streams.
guys.
But
What,
you
his
got-
origin streams?
Oh wait, sorry, I thought you were talking about Lex, not Pat. Lex streamed Fortnite, but he also streams a lot of zombies. And Lex's highlight videos of his zombie streams are so freaking funny. But you got JC, who is a variety streamer now. He doesn't play Fortnite, but he doesn't stream zombies a lot anymore. Got Noah, who's also a variety streamer, but he plays a lot of Fortnite, but like he's streaming like a bunch of other games now. You got Pat, who doesn't play zombies anymore and only plays Fortnite.
Because he doesn't really care to
Avery.
play zombies anymore because everyone
Yeah.
just hates him
Like
for
I
it.
think it's good because like these boys.
You
just
need
do
Yeah,
what they
do it
want.
for
change.
something else.
They've been doing it for
Well,
how many
yeah.
years? Since we were in like grade 7, and that's
Oh yeah, and Milo wants to be a variety YouTuber. He wants to do Destiny and a bunch of other cool stuff. I think it's good. I think doing what you want is literally all you can, like, that's all you should do. Hey, wait a minute.
Stop. Don't get him started, please.
Wait a minute.
No.
Kazoo!
You.
I dislike all of you with a passion. I'd just like you to know that.
Well, let's have a conch shell. A conch.
A stroke?
Let's have a controversial.
Controversial.
Let's have a
Controversial
Okay,
conversation.
have you guys seen the rice scum?
No, I don't pay
the
attention to
gambling?
anything.
The gambling thing.
I never
do you
liked it to
mean?
begin with, but yes, I have.
Yeah,
No.
Zach, have you seen it?
No.
No. So basically, my Asian brother Rice Gum, he and Jake Paul, not together because they fucking hate each other, but
Really? I thought they were. Oh yeah, Rice is in
Not-
phase,
he's not in FaZe, but he's friends with a lot of FaZe members.
so he lives at the
Um,
house.
He lives at the Cloud House with Banks, and then the Face House is right next door. But yeah, him and Jake. Oh, I'm sorry, that was gross. Him and Jake got sponsored by this
Some random company for
a
like
site
random
called
Supreme Cribs.
Mystery. What was it? Mystery Box or something?
Mystery crates? Something
Mystery.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that shit.
Shut up.
Well, I know
And,
it. I'm saying like I know that it's a thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the zombie box.
No.
Yeah, like it's basically like a CS:GO site. Like you know those CS:GO things that
Yeah.
like Syndicate was
That
yeah,
old
yeah.
Syndicate thing.
Yeah, it's like that. The site, it looks almost identical to it, except you win real
Why are
shit.
you building on my property?
And yeah, so they were promoting that, and obviously like they have younger audiences and stuff.
Oh.
So a lot of people spent a lot of money on
And
them.
people-
they would
well,
win like
it wasn't
$4 things for like
It wasn't
60.
people that were spending money on it. It's basically gambling, and they have younger
The odds
audiences.
are also rigged.
And the odds are really screwed up, and there's been a lot of controversy around the site saying that it's a scam and people aren't getting their items, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, people are very, very angry. Again, I actually watch Rice Gum.
I don't.
know
I
if you
can't
guys do
stand
that.
him for the life of me.
He's my Asian brother.
Nah, I watched the whole thing where he basically asked for a content cop from iDubbbz, and then he complained about it. He's like, I don't understand why I'm getting hate. I don't understand why people bring up past stuff.
What's a
Meanwhile,
content
he
cop?
brings up all the past stuff. Oh, you know that like meme where iDubbbz like had his own like song basically?
No,
You don't know the diss track that he had?
I don't pay attention to this stuff.
That
Yeah,
was a while
so-
ago.
It was when all the like diss tracks were coming out, and he decided to make content cops.
A content cop
Thanks.
is basically where he just looks at a YouTuber and says everything that they do wrong. Like
Oh.
he not everything, but he criticizes what they do in order to make YouTube a more like make creators like think about the stupid shit that they're doing.
Oh.
Yeah, and Rice a while ago asked
So like, come
for
on,
one,
man, you gotta
then
young
a bunch of
people like why
stuff, like,
swearing and all
brought
that
into
shit.
it. Yeah, well, iDubbbz makes a content cop on Rice, and because he asked for it, like he straight up asked for it. It wasn't like, oh yeah, he asked
Well,
for
he
it.
was
Like,
just-
he said
he was
some like
asking for it so he
insulting
could get
stuff.
some
He literally
clout.
said, "Give me it."
Yeah, no, but like that was
And
a
then
while.
he
That
starts
was a while coming.
Yeah, but he starts complaining about it, and he would always just be like, "I don't understand why people are bringing up like all this stuff that
Well,
happened
it wasn't
in the
the
past."
old clip. The old clips that he was talking about wasn't on the him asking for content. It was him when he was like a little baby boy streamer. He was like
Yeah.
18, 19, and basically he was what he did. What Rice used to do is go on stream, play Advanced Warfare, and literally just call up like models and stuff. And this one model that he was calling on stream. Well, first of all, a lot of the times he called models, he didn't have their permission to be on stream, and they didn't even know that he was streaming, which is one thing that iDubbbz pointed out in his content cop. But
How did
the
he
other
get
thing
models'
was
numbers?
he's just popping, like my boy killing it. Yeah, but they would do that, and then one model, or not model, but just like one freaking woman that he had on his stream, actually was a rape victim, and Rice
Straight up rape joke.
straight up asked her, "Yeah, but did it feel good though, when you were getting raped?"
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, so that's like iDubbbz's first thing that he talks about in his video, and that's why Rice is saying, why are people bringing up the old clips, which I like. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, and I'll say why, like, this is a freaking why I'm not defending Rice here, because like that was a stupid thing to do. Also, I don't think that the point of him saying that is valid, because he was 17 years old with the high school humor. Again, fuck the thing to
I
say,
don't know
but,
if
like,
this person knows the meme or if they also watch the Misfits, because this person named Nia Vives just says hippity hoppity, women are property.
like it was like high school humor,
Welcome to the channel.
which basically is why like bringing up old clips I think is
I
really
love how you
stupid.
introduce yourself. It's Mimi, and if you want to join our Discord server, links in the description, along with all the channels and their Twitters.
Like
Potentially not mine though.
bringing up
you don't have shit set up yet.
bringing up old clips is a lot of the time stupid because people's sense of, like, people change and their
Like
sense of
with
humor
that whole PewDiePie type thing.
Yeah,
But it was taken out
bringing
of
up-
context. Like, you don't know
And
the context he
especially-
was in.
Did you guys hear about James Gunn, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh
got
yeah,
fired?
yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
like
yeah.
that thing. So like basically, the director of Guardians of the Galaxy, they found a bunch of old tweets, saying that like when he was making like jokes and stuff, it wasn't real. Like it wasn't like actual like he's a freaking horrible person. No, it was just jokes. And he got fired from directing Guardians of the Galaxy, and that caused a big freaking shit. And they refused to rehire him. It's basically the same thing. Like people change, you know. But the main point with Rice Gum is that he hasn't changed, and that's why
Times
the whole thing
have.
is this. Like if you try to criticize someone about something they did like 4 years ago or 5 years ago, like that's just dumb. That's stupid because people will change.
Eric, I shot
You
at
can
you 5
criticize-
times and it missed you by a millimeter.
You can criticize someone
time.
for stuff they're doing now. So I could criticize Rice on that he still has the same humor, and that he's a freaking dummy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this mystery box thing. The main thing was like it was more with Jake about this promoting gambling to kids. So the way I'm seeing it is Jake is more the promoting gambling to kids, and
And
Rice
he's well
Gum is
aware of
more.
it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. And Rice Gum is mainly like scamming, I think. Like, I think, and Rice Gum total like I just watched the Logan Paul podcast. I don't like Logan.
Paul
right?
has a podcast?
Yeah, it's called Impulsive.
Who doesn't have a podcast these days?
Swear to God, I was watching his podcast.
That's why I wanted us to
just
make one
'cause
just so we can have some lulls and enjoy ourselves.
Rice was on it, and he was saying that yeah, he was scamming kids, and he's in the wrong for that, but not scamming kids. Sorry, he was promoting gambling, which was wrong, but he wasn't scamming people. I disagree with that. I think yes, okay, Jake he's been on multiple interviews saying yes, my audience is 8 to like 11 years old, and I try to cater my content towards that age. Then promoting gambling to 8-year-olds is like that's not catering to the audience. But with Rice,
You
I think
wanna-
since
here.
he does like
Here, I'm going to explain something to you. Because there's something none of us understand about all these people. They're different than us. 100% is they're the same.
yeah, they don't give a
'Cause
shit.
listen,
As long as they get
the
money, they get
amount
money,
of
you know?
fame that they have, the amount of pressure that they're under, and the amount of work that they've put in to get where they are.
Yeah, I know, I get that.
Like,
But
dude,
why
they
the
were
frick-
what? They moved to LA at 18.
Like the main thing is like it's just you don't even need to think about it. If a company that is flat out gambling, like you can see it, you pay money and you have a chance of getting something super good or super bad. You could pay $2,000 and only get something that costs you $3. $3 items. That's gambling. Like you can't tell me that's not gambling. It's flat out. And someone like Jake who's gone on an interview saying that he knows his audience is 8 to 12 years old, like that's dumb. But someone with Rice Gum who makes diss tracks and like his content, like he still like has a younger audience, but I think it's more like 12 to like probably
It's more like, yo, what's good? I'm a teenager partially.
it's like tween to like teen. It's like middle school to high school, not like little kids. That though like even though people like that like at that age don't have like a big concept of money, it's still like, well, money is valuable to me.
It's there
and I'm not
because
a
your parents
frickin'
are
idiot.
always saying, you gotta do good in school for your job.
Yeah, but I think more him is scam, and in the Logan Paul podcast, he was like, no, I saw a lot of other YouTubers promoting this, and so I thought, well, it's not a scam. It's not hard to do your research. It really isn't. Like, do a Google search. I Google searched this thing, and I said, Mystery Crate, is it a scam? And there's like 1,000 Reddit posts saying, oh, I haven't gotten my items in like 60 days or something. Like, it's not hard to see. That stuff isn't hard to point out.
Oh, what do you mean? Like it was a IRL items or like a virtual?
Yeah, it was IRL. Like, the stuff you win is like in real life stuff. You could pay $2,000 and open a Supreme case that's full of Supreme stuff, and you could literally get like a fidget spinner that's $3.
Yeah.
But you can pay $2K for it. That's flat out gambling. Like, and people are waiting for the item for 60 days.
Is it
you
a
can win
site...
a freaking Lamborghini.
So how much is it? 2K?
Well, no, it's
like
you have
$14 a case.
yeah. There's a bunch. So there's a bunch of
Don't
boxes
tell
that
Dalton about this.
no. There's a bunch of.
You
Hey
want to
guys!
try it?
There's
I
a ton
tried
of
this
boxes
out.
that you can open,
Could you imagine?
and oh god, there's
But
a
you
bunch of
doubted
boxes you
me.
can open, and they're full of different items, and they all cost different stuff. So let's say you wanted an Apple box. So the Apple box will be full of iPhone 10, iPhone 8.
Then I'll probably
AirPods.
get some cheap earbuds.
So you could get like $1,000 items, but you could also like there's like at least like 30 items in the box that you could get, and at the bottom there's like $3 phone case, a charger, freaking I don't know, like AirPods case, like some cheap stuff like that, and the box is $100 because it's good. If you win the phone, you paid $100 to get a $1,000 phone.
It's straight
the
up
thing
the
is-
better version of lottery. If it was a thing, it just doesn't
Yeah.
actually work on paper because it's like
But
you're paying all this
people-
money for stuff and then you're chanting to not get it if it's
you-
not rigged.
Yeah, and there's other boxes too, like a Razer box that's full of Razer keyboards and Razer
I'd rather
mouse or
just
whatever.
go ahead and pay for my own shit
And
so
yeah.
I know 100% what I'm getting.
And then
'cause-
it's not even the part that you're betting your money. It's the part that the site is flat out scamming people. Because again, if you Google search, the first thing you'll find is a Reddit page of people saying, I haven't gotten my stuff in 60 days. I paid this amount. I haven't gotten any of my stuff. Like that kind of stuff. It's not hard to see that it's a scam. Like, do research.
Yeah.
So I think that Jake Paul is like, again, this might be biased because I actually like I fuck with wrestling, but like Jake Paul is the one like promoting gambling to kids, and I think that's worse than promoting a scamming site. To be honest,
No.
like because I can search up and do my research and
To
look.
be honest, I feel like scamming somebody is even worse because
Well, no, it's not like
you're
he's scamming.
choosing
That's the
someone
thing.
that's vulnerable.
Like,
Yeah, but that's the same
no,
with
it's
kids.
not that. Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like I am so like my age group is like the demographic that
Like when we
that
were
Rice Gum
12.
viewers are.
Yeah.
So say like right now at my age, when I saw that video, I searched it up. I was interested because I was like, oh, that's cool. Like if I put like $3 on the board, I could win something sick. But I do my research because I'm not a freaking dumbass, and I look and I'm like, oh, it's
Anything
a scam.
that's not an official, like, okay, it's a website, here is, like, here's a keyboard,
Yeah.
this is the stats, here you go,
It's
yada, yada,
literally
yada.
just being a smart. But if you're
Not
12
in an
years
offensive
old,
way, but it's 2019 now. Who looks and researches stuff?
I do.
like,
I'm not
people
sure. Like,
that-
12
people
years
that
old,
actually
who
have
sits
common
there-
yeah, no,
sense.
that's what I was about to say. With 12-year-olds, and if you know that you're telling 12-year-olds to do this, I think that's worse.
That's
Like,
so,
I-
exactly. I mean, at least if he's promoting, like I don't care for both of them, but I mean, I feel like the scamming would be a little bit worse because you're choosing a group that's vulnerable, like more vulnerable than adults, and gambling. At least they can't do it because
Like obviously they're
gamble.
both. Obviously, I think they're both like it was fucking
They're
stupid
terrible,
for them.
they're
to
both
do.
terrible.
Yeah, and they got hella money for it too. Like they got hella money. Like Keemstar said that he was
I'm pretty
offered.
sure it was like 300,000 or something.
Like Keemstar was offered $100,000 to promote the site as well, and he didn't
And
take
he
it.
turned it down.
Yeah. What he said, he almost took it, which blows my freaking mind why he would say that, because that's just freaking bad. Like that's so dumb. Why would you tell people that you almost took it? But
It's
money.
Well,
$100,000.
because like at least he's honest. Like
Listen,
it-
when you're waving $100,000 in someone's face, they're gonna want it.
Yeah,
like
you
the
don't.
thing,
No,
but
regardless.
a normal
think about
person, it's like-
Keemstar.
You've never
like,
had
look
that
at
in the
happen,
moment,
though.
like just
And-
think about it. In the moment, everyone's gonna want that money in the moment.
100
Well, yeah,
grand.
but if you-
that
if
and
you
you've
think
done
about it-
nothing for it, just to say,
No, no, no,
yeah,
no, no.
I'll
But
say it's cool.
here's the thing. Is
But
first
I mean,
of all,
he's smarter than that, and he says
they
there's
were
gotta be a
they were
catch.
they were definitely offered more, because think of Keemstar and then think of Rice Gum and Jake Paul. Like, their audience is way bigger.
Yeah.
So they were definitely offered more, but the thing is like, what the fuck was I gonna say? What the fuck was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. It just literally like dropped off the face of my head.
Well, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like we should be
Oh,
wrapping
yeah.
up at least this topic soon.
Okay, you suck.
Just
at
I'm gonna
sniping.
finish with this. Like, you say like 100K is a lot, but 100K is nothing to these people. These people are multi-millionaires. So that's the most fucked up part about it. Like, but again, I think like, yeah, it was fucked, and I think that Jake Paul is a fucking dumbass, and
A
yeah.
lot of people do, anyways. So.
I really don't like Jake.
I don't think he regrets anything he did. Or
No.
does.
Okay, do we have another topic
No.
that
Yeah. We have multiples that aren't on paper.
well, like, I haven't talked to you folk in a while because I've been with my other homies. So I don't know if you guys talked about this.
Math.
Nope.
Yo, this is how you prepare, dude.
On the
That's
spot.
Dalton, are you here?
He's being a little
Hello.
tryhard at the moment. Give him a
He's
second.
streaming. You can see him
No,
moving
it's
around.
the fact that they're talking about resetting the internet and we
Oh,
end the
okay.
podcast.
Honestly, though, what do you think about ending the stream? It's going on an hour and a half.
Let's talk about
We can
ending
do
the stream. How about
multiple
that? I think that the streaming
Yeah, let's quickly just
ending,
do this now.
end
Yeah,
is
do a couple
spelled
of
END, and E
Oh my
stands for
gosh, stop!
Okay, guys, so this has been episode 0. This has been I'm King Catastrophe. Boys, say who
I'm
you
your
are.
mom.
Yeah. Peace.
Infamous
See
glass.
y'all
Actually,
in the next
go
one.
subscribe to me, please. I'll love you.
Yeah, that's
forever.
Frosted Cubes and
I'll
Armageddon.
probably suck your dick.
We're the
I'll
infamous
probably
No
eat your
Lives.
ass if you
We
want.
will
I'll
see
be
you
gay. I'll be
again
gay
next
if you want.
Thursday
No,
for
I
another
will-
podcast
I will do
episode.
anything for you.
Hope to see you all
listen,
there.
I will
Hope you
Vote
did
to kick
enjoy.
Doug and replace
And
me
I'm
with-
not
Yeah,
like no
see you
homo. I'm
boys.
not gay or
Peace
anything,
out.
but I would
Have
probably
fun.
fuck you. Actually, I would